Hi there.
How are you today? I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Kathy Rutledge.
Nice to meet
Lucas
you.
Rutledge.
That's
How
my
can I help you
husband.
today?
My grandmother has passed away.
I'm so sorry for your loss. If there's anything we can do to be of assistance to you, we are happy to help you. Did you want to sit and talk?
Thank you.
Is there any refreshments or anything that I can get for you guys today?
A cup of coffee would be fine.
Anything for you, ma'am?
Bottle of water, please.
Sure, I'll be right back.
Oh, he takes his coffee black.
Okay. There you are.
Thank you.
And for you?
Thank you.
Would you mind telling me a little bit about your grandmother?
Well, she was 98 years old when she passed away. She was born. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with dates.
It's
I
okay.
had to write everything down just in case, because it has just been a time.
I completely understand. I am so sorry.
Grandma Annie, she was loved by all of us. And, oh, she's going to be missed. You wouldn't believe what a firecracker that old woman was. I mean, a firecracker.
Was she a very bright personality? Very determined?
Yep, she was a stubborn old lady.
She could be a real bitch sometimes, too. But that was all
That was her.
her. That was her.
It's alright. May I bring you a tissue? Do you have a big family? Was she like your leader of the family?
Grandma was I'm sorry, darling. I know how it's hurting you. I'm sorry. Grandma was kind of the matriarch of the family. She held everybody together. She was like the glue until she went into the home because she was so sick. It was the hardest thing to put her in that home. It was just terrible.
I'm so sorry.
She used to race cars, you know.
She was a race car driver?
Yes, she was.
Where did she race at?
I don't know where'd she race.
All over the South.
You ever hear of the Darlington Stripe?
I'm afraid I don't. Would you mind letting me?
Tell her about it. Grandma started it deep and she put it all over her car. That's driving along the wall at the racetrack. When you
Oh my
get
goodness.
nudged up into the wall, it just rubs the paint right off the car. It just messes. Grandma was one of the first women to get a Darlington Stripe.
Oh my goodness. It sounds like it's an honor.
In the racing world, yes it is. Yes it is. It's very important. It means a lot. It means you're a good driver.
Did she have many friends in her racing?
Many friends over a lot of years. She knew all the greats from the beginning to the end.
She knew the king,
The king?
Mr. Richard Petty. She knew the king. Oh my goodness, stories she would tell. Oh my. I'm gonna miss that old lady. I'm gonna miss her.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
perfectly
sorry.
fine. It's okay.
We need, and I'm sorry Lucas here is so broken up. But we need to make some arrangements for Grandma. We need we want to have a very tasteful funeral. But something that will just show the world who she was and what she did.
We can definitely help you with that. We have a variety of different options that you can choose from, and we're happy to help you in any way we can.
Thank you.
I do have a sheet that has a list of a few of the things just broken down. We do have our general price list. It is required for me to give this to you, and it is yours to keep. And then there's also a list for our cremation packages and burials. Was there anything that you were leaning towards or preferring? If you don't mind my asking.
Grandma wanted to be buried right next to Grandpa. He was her crew chief for years and years. So the two of them want to race through heaven together. It's very important.
We do offer several different options for burial, either with a provided container from you, or we have several different options for caskets and outer burial containers here at the funeral home. Is there a specific funeral home a specific cemetery that you've decided upon? Where was your grandfather buried?
It is the Whispering Pines.
Well, that was the
Oh,
nursing
that's
home
the
that
nursing
Grandma
home.
was
I'm
at.
sorry. It's Mount Ellade Cemetery.
It's a very beautiful place.
It's a very old place.
I think that might have been one of the first ones in Detroit.
I believe it was, but I'm not entirely certain. I can always check on that for you if you'd like.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But thank you very much. Now, Grandma was Jewish. I know it's hard to believe a race car driver is popular, and normally Jewish women don't step out the way she used to, but Grandma was Jewish. And we want to have a very tasteful service. We do have our own rabbi that we like to have, right, Lucas, around to come in and take care of the service.
We can definitely work with your rabbi.
I do have his business card somewhere. I'll have to make sure and give it to you so that he can be contacted.
Okay. Were you looking to have just a service, or were you looking for visitation beforehand for friends and family to pay their final respects?
Well, you should probably have at least a day of visitation. A lot of her friends have already gone, being that she's 98. So there aren't many left, but there'll be some that'll want to say goodbye.
Okay. On the second page, we do have a few different prices as far as visitation is involved. It is a charge above just the general service prices, which is the first thing listed there on your general price list.
Okay.
Now,
Record that.
we were thinking of having music during the visitation or even during the service. I know some folks, especially them Catholic folks, they have rosaries and things like that. We wanted to bring in an Elvis impersonator. And we wanted him to sing some of Grandma's favorite tunes. Grandma Annie just loved Elvis.
Okay, I'm not certain who is in the area, but we can definitely do some looking around and try and find an Elvis impersonator for you.
That would be wonderful. I love it so much. That was the other king that she loved.
So in the state of Michigan, I do have to ask this. It is required for holding over 48 hours of your loved one to perform the embalming operation. We will need your consent for this. Otherwise, it would need to be a more direct and expedient process.
Okay.
Now, is it just Lucas's permission you're going to need, or will it be from, he's got 2 siblings?
I will need at least 2 siblings to agree to it. In Michigan, it is majority law.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll have to get Julie because Rick being in the hospital might not be a good idea.
Right. That'll be a little too stressful for him.
Okay, we will need this consent before we move forward.
Okay.
There are additional charges for preparing your grandmother for visitations. That will include any cosmetics, dressing her, which I will need an outfit If you prefer, that we do have clothes here at the funeral home, if you would prefer that option as well.
I went and picked out a dress for her. I was at the local flea market, and they had the most beautiful pink dress. I think Grandma Annie's just looked gorgeous in it. And I brought it with me just in case.
We can take that from you, and we will definitely make sure that Grandmother Annie is dressed.
Thank you.
So, you did say you would like visitation one day. Do you have a preference as to which days you would like to have the visitation and service? You can have them back to back, or if you need to space them out for any reason, we are able to do that as well. Or have burial on another day.
No, have visitation one day and then the funeral service the next.
Okay. And did you want to do a graveside service with everybody? Or did you want to just have close family there, or just a witness?
I think close family would be good enough.
Okay. And then that does require the use of our hearse. Will you need any other vehicles? Were you looking at doing a small procession with just your family, or just meeting at the graveside?
I think we'll just meet at the gravesite.
Okay.
Those processions can be so dangerous.
That is something that a lot of people have told me in previous years, and I do think it's a little alarming sometimes.
It is. Did you know that in Canada, when a funeral procession goes by, traffic stops like if there were a school bus or something?
Oh my goodness.
Everybody has to pull off to the shoulder and let the funeral procession pass by before they continue on with their journey. It's out of respect.
That is a wonderful honor. So, with the services, we do need a little bit of information. The funeral home will work with the state, the county, and your grandmother's doctor to attain all the different information for her death certificate. But I do need to get that information, and also I need a little bit of information about your grandmother for us to bring her into our care.
Okay.
So, may I have her full name?
Anne Marie Rutledge. A-N-N-E.
Thank you. And is Marie M-A-R-I-E?
Yep. R-U-T-L-E-D-G.
And you said she was 98, so she would have been born in 1920?
Yep, January 1st, 1920.
And when exactly did she die?
November 7th, 2018.
And you said Whispering Pines Nursing Home was where she passed away?
Yes. That's in Detroit.
Is that the one that was on Mount Elliott, right?
No, that was off of East Grand Boulevard.
Okay, okay. That's right, on the boulevard.
Okay. And then may I have your name?
Lucas Rutledge.
L-U-C-A-S?
We just call him Lukey.
That is an adorable nickname.
Grandma made it up.
And you're her grandson?
Yes.
May I have your address, please?
19439 Broadacres, Clinton Township, Michigan.
And you said you wanted your grandmother buried in Mount Elliott?
Yes. Mount Elliott Cemetery.
Okay. What was your grandmother's doctor's name?
Joseph Carter.
Could you spell the last name for me?
C-A-R-T-E-R.
Okay. And I do have a few other unique questions. It's okay if you don't know, you're welcome to give me a call at another time if you're unsure.
Okay.
But I do need the information for a few different places. First and most important that I will need is oh my goodness, it's been a few days since I was looking at one of these, so it's going to take me a moment. May I have your mother's social security number?
That's grandmother, huh?
Or, excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's 001 00 0001.
Thank you. Is it okay if I read it back to you just to make sure I wrote it down correctly?
Sure.
001
Mhm.
000001.
That's it.
Wonderful. And what level of education did your grandmother reach? Did she finish high school? Did she go to college?
She finished high school.
And I'm sorry, I have to ask this question for vital statistics. What race was your grandmother?
Jewish.
And do you know where your grandmother came from? Was she from Israel? Was she from somewhere in Europe, Africa?
Her parents were from the Middle East. Not exactly sure which country, but she was born in New York City.
Okay. Did she serve at all in the U.S. military?
No.
Okay. And you said she was a race car driver?
That was part of it. She did all kinds of things.
Okay.
She was a store owner at one time. She was a midwife at one time.
Which one did she do the most?
The longest was the race car driver.
Okay.
Grandma was a race car driver.
Okay, and you said your grandfather has passed?
Yes.
Okay. What was your grandmother's name, or father's name? Pardon me.
George.
Okay. And Rutledge as well?
Yes.
And did you know her mother's name, including her maiden name?
Edith, I believe. Rabinowitz.
Could you spell that for me, please?
EDITH RABINOWITZ.
Okay. Okay. That is everything I need here. Now, there is a statement that I have to give to the Social Security Administration. This will stop any benefit checks that your grandmother was receiving. There is a benefit that can be given to immediate families, such as spouses, dependent children, of $225. Which I can give you a sheet that has all the information on that, and then what needs to happen with Social Security that will help to get this ball rolling. So I may reiterate a few questions I've asked already.
Okay.
So may I have your grandmother's full name again, please?
Anne, ANNE, Marie Rutledge.
Okay, and your Social Security number is
001 000001.
okay, and she passed on the 7th of November, you said.
Yes.
And you said her birthday was January 1st.
Yes. 1920.
Okay. And then, may I have her address one more time, please?
My address?
I need her address, please.
Her address. 35659 Bonneville. And that's in Sterling Heights. Zip code's 48312.
And may I have a telephone number that would have been applicable?
586 978 7787.
586-978-7787?
Yes.
Okay. So that is all I need there. Now, going back to the services, I forgot to ask and I apologize. Would you like an obituary entered into any of the local newspapers for your grandmother?
Probably would be good, yes.
Okay. Did you want to include her racing, surviving family members?
Well, her parents and all her siblings are gone, so.
Okay.
Basically, it's.
Yeah, yourself and your siblings.
There's other extended family, but they're down south. I'm not sure that they're gonna make it in town for the funeral.
Okay. We can always adjust the dates so that you can have more family present if you so chose. Which we can circle back to this if we want to talk about that real quick.
Well, we'll have to make some phone calls and find out who's available and when, I guess.
Okay, we can always enter that information into the obituary later and then make sure it gets into the paper. Is there a preference as to a day that you wanted it entered?
Well, I'd say since this is already Tuesday, by the time we get in touch with everybody, and maybe Monday next week,
That'd be fun.
this way we can notify who needs to be notified and before it hits the papers and somebody gets upset because we didn't tell them and they had to read it in the paper.
We can work with that.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Did you want to include any of her hobbies? Or just,
I'm not sure.
Well, Grandma loved gardening. She loved flowers and trees and beautiful things. But she loved going fast. Grandma had a need for speed. She always said it made her feel alive to go that fast.
that must have been exhilarating for her.
Oh, for her and Grandpa. They were in that spot together.
And what was your grandfather's name? I apologize if I
George.
didn't quite catch it before. George.
She just used to call him Honey Bear.
Okay. So, we do have a selection of different merchandise. I do have everything on display in the next room. If you'd like to step through with me, we can go through and maybe pick out a few different things you can give grandmother any away. Or if you'd rather wait until you discuss with family, we can always come back and revisit another day.
I think we should take a look now. That way we can let them know.
what our options are.
Mhm.
Alright, well, if you'd like to follow me, it's just down this way.